So I'm very happy to have you here, Michael, today in live. It's the first version actually that I'm recording in live with someone face to face, which is really nice. We're sitting here in Kalamata in Greece, and yeah, I met Michael here as I am on the Deep Week, which is, for everyone that doesn't know it, a week with a lot of freedivers who are having fun and also doing courses. And yeah, maybe you want to introduce yourself. Who are you, Michael?
So yeah, my name is Michael Björnaali. I am a freediving instructor here at Deep Week, and I am from the north of Norway, but I live in a town called Bergen, which is the second largest city in Norway. Um, I'm also a live sound engineer, which is basically taking care of mixing and production work associated with concerts, PA, the sound system, yeah, that kind of thing. Everything that goes on stage. Yeah.
Cool. So you're also here because you're competing, right? So you're competing for Norway in the World Championship from Semas in the moment. So maybe you want to tell us a little bit more, like, how was your path to start freediving?
So a thing with my normal job is that it's very physical, rigging and working long shifts, a lot of stress associated with it. We have things that weigh a lot, and it has to be carried around, put in place. And when you're dealing with stress as well, you exert some stress on your body that you might not or should be doing. And I had some back issues I needed to remedy. So I started going to the pool just to get some exercise, just to alleviate the back pain at the time. And a friend of mine, I went to the pool. She just kind of introduced me to equalizing, which is doing a pinch of the nose and going down to the bottom of the pool, and which was actually a 5 meter deep pool, so it was substantial for most people.
It is, yeah.
And I kind of really enjoyed that activity. I was just yeah, fell in love with it straight away, and I noticed well, I got into like nerding about freediving all of a sudden, and then I found out there was a little course I could join in the town I was living in Bergen. And then I kind of yeah, took it from there. After the course, I kind of started enjoying going out in the ocean, put myself a suit, some gear, and kind of took it from there. And then at some point after a trip to Corfu, I noticed some freedivers were getting into the water when I was lying on the beach, just relaxing, holiday. I had brought my fins, but I was not planning to do any real. I was just snorkeling really. But I saw these guys in this boat, getting into this boat with full of gear and these wetsuits and like looking like superheroes. And I just like, what am I doing? I should be out there with them. Because I kind of know what they're doing. And then I got home, and then I've already made up my mind that I wanted to go on this holiday to maybe take a course, but I didn't know where. So I went on YouTube and just kept going, like normal nerding about freediving, and then I got into Adam Stearns, who's the founder of Deep Week. He had gone to this island called Gili Trawangan. Stavanger. It's just on the north of Lombok, which is just next to Bali. And that next year I flew there by my own. This was the end of 2019. I spent the New Year's there. I took my first and second level freediving course in 1 week. And then I just was totally hooked. Manically. I came home, and then of course COVID happened in 2020. I came home, COVID hit, and then I was also out of a job because no one could work, and especially in the like culture, business, music business, everything shut down
Sure.
really hard.
Yeah.
Because we attracting audiences and large groups of people, so we could not really do our job. I ended up going totally into being more or less freediving mode as much as I could, and that ended up after I noticed Adam Stern posting like in a community group chat or something on Facebook that we're gonna try to do something like statics or something. Statics is just basically holding your breath. This was good exercise in the long run. So I said, oh, I'll join. One thing led to another, and I was joining in 3 times a week. And I kind of left. I ended up living this lifestyle during COVID where I was basically becoming a freediving athlete, doing really well, holding my breath more and more. And then some point when it started, some point Adam told me to go to Stockholm and meet some people when we had some lift of the COVID restrictions. And then I met some people there, and I got into competitive. I was asked to come to the Swedish nationals. So that was my first comp. That was international comp.
How many years ago was that?
That was in 2021. Yeah. So I was already completing almost within a year, such. And I got really hooked on just living the lifestyle. I went to Dahab because it was an easy place to go during COVID. The restrictions weren't that harsh. Decided to get a like a medical thing, and I took my AIDA 4 course and Wave. Molchanov's Wave 3 at the same time. Same instructor, a wonderful gentleman called Hussein Adaiba, runs Dahab apnea. I said to him, like, I should just go all the way. And I came back 3 months later, and I took my instructor course with him. Stayed for even longer, and yeah, just really, really fell into this pit of freediving. Yeah. So a lot of it, backtracking is just, the music business is very like cutthroat.
Yeah.
It's very like, especially when you're working directly with artists, you could be working with someone one day, and the next second they will just drop you. Just like in every aspect of the music industry. So it cascades through the whole system. And I just needed a break. COVID gave me a lot of break from that, all the stress, and the freediving gave me a lot of relaxation and time for myself, and I kind of needed that. I had 13 years of just constant stress and medical issues, and yeah, alcoholism to a certain degree as well, because we have abundance of free beer lying around a lot of the time. You have to deal with that stress somehow, so you end up drinking a lot. Now I'm hardly touching alcohol. I kind of felt, I only have 1 beer or 2, maybe, if I go out. So
would you say freediving changed your life somehow, like your state of health and life standard?
Yeah. I'm 42 now, and I need to take better care of myself. So freediving gave me a passage towards that. yeah, just fell into the mode of just
Mhm.
going into this. I went to, yeah, I just want to take care of myself more.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And now you're competing also for the World Championship from Semas. That your first one?
I actually competed in the pool World Championships this summer in July in Belgrade.
Mm-hmm.
That was exciting, but also very stressful,
Mm-hmm.
mostly because it's a very big event. It was the biggest freediving event in history.
Mm-hmm.
240 some athletes. I would say it's more fun doing small comps.
Okay, because of the amount of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get more time to relax.
Yeah.
There's more room. You
Yeah.
can sit somewhere.
So now in the ocean must be different for you because there's more nature around and less
Yeah.
people.
My first comp was actually in the pool, but at the same time I went to nationals. I got very involved in the national side of things
Mm-hmm.
back in Norway. And then I've done, this will be my 7th or 8th DEF comp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. And what is your goal in this competition? What is your main intention? Why are you joining it?
I have fallen on the simple thing. This is my first world championship. I'm gonna be here for the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna set realistic expectations. I'm not gonna push myself to any stupid steps.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna take as I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe meet some people, network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been competing yesterday already, right?
I was supposed to, but
There. You want to say hi though?
Hello.
Hello.
that's Adam.
I'm going to be on an upcoming podcast. But here is the thing.
Thank you so much. So
You're
we
still welcome.
put it. Oh, I can't do that. I have the new.
Okay.
So it doesn't
Thank
fit
you,
in there.
Adam.
See you. So this is your first competition in World Championship in the ocean. That's what you're saying.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
cool. And how many meters is your idea? What would you like to?
So I'm just gonna do. I announced 52 for free immersion.
Mm-hmm.
Free immersion is basically diving up and down a rope,
Mm-hmm.
pulling on a rope, and nothing more spectacular, like more assertive than just wearing your arms out in a way if you go deep.
Yeah.
I don't know where to say, but it's very simple diving. So it's nice to have like an opener. There's a new discipline for every day.
Okay.
So every day it's gonna be basically 8 days of diving with a rest day or 2 in between. Every other day is gonna be a new discipline. So you'll have men's free immersion, then women's free immersion. Then we have we had constant weight first, and then free immersion, and then we have no fins, and then bifins, which is just normal swimming with fins.
Swimming with the fins.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's gonna be your turn probably on the weekend then, maybe Sunday or Monday then, right?
So I hope so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Did you do any national records in Norway yet? Or how is your are you competing for Norway as well?
So I've managed to set a few in pool. I have at the moment I have the national record in bifins, 180 some meters, almost 180 meters. It would have been more if I didn't screw up my dive at the World Championships.
Okay.
But there was a technical mistake.
What would you say helps you to fully relax with all the stress you had in your past with the job? And I think a lot of people who are listening can relate to that. A lot of people in our daily life have a lot of stress in their life.
Yeah.
So what do you think helped you the most to really release the stress and to become more resilient? Also, because in front of a competition or whatever moment in life, there can be so many factors where it's arising.
Well, I started the habit of this was correlating with getting into freediving. It was more or less also yoga practice, bit of meditation, breath work.
Mhm.
Um, I was trying to build habits of eating well,
Mhm.
making time for food. Sometimes my colleagues will not eat at the same time every day, but I make a habit of doing it, and
Yeah,
I'll
that's
tell
good.
them I have to go eat now.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Mm.
I'm taking my break now.
Mhm.
It's because I need it as an athlete. I need my body working optimal most of the time, or all of the time.
Mm.
But in my training period, I really need that time.
Mm.
It correlates a lot with how the body reacts to stress. So if you break your habits a lot and you're not eating at the same time every day, your body reacts.
Mhm.
It gets kind of stressed.
So you would say you created a habit of regular eating,
Regularly eating as much as
also
possible.
as much as possible, like the yoga and also
Yoga,
breath work.
yeah.
Okay.
Get in touch with your body, how it works. Doesn't mean you have to become like this total yoga freak or something, but just spend at least 2 or 3 times a week going through it, maybe a 30 minutes session.
Mhm.
Let's start your day by doing it.
Mhm.
So you go to the toilet, then you go have a drink of water, and then you go practice some yoga for half an hour before you go to work.
Yeah. So creating habits is really good in life.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, also when there's stressful moments, you can just easily say, okay, this is not negotiable. That's gonna happen now.
Yeah.
And then everything else.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And not making too many excuses
Yeah.
for not doing them, but also not beating yourself down for
Yeah.
not
Being kind.
yeah, being kind to
Being
yourself
kind.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Would you say, like, are you still in the music scene? Are you still in the
Yes,
music
that
business?
is my full-time job
It's your
still.
full-time job.
I used to work fully freelance. Now
Mhm.
I work at a large concert venue.
Mhm.
It's made things more stable.
Yeah.
That's made nice. I have all my dive gear at my work as
Mhm.
well. So the venue is just by the ocean. So
Mhm.
I walk maybe 50 meters and we're in the ocean. I can bring my students. It's kind of both worlds merged in a way.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a really good point that we're coming to what's now, because a lot of my clients, they have a lot of different interests.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also found myself at a certain point where I was just in the industry in automotive, and I was not having any time for my hobbies anymore, which are really important because it's more than a hobby. It's something that, based on the personality, you need that. Like, I certainly need an amount of creativity, which I get through singing in the choir or doing any handcrafts. I also need some brain activity, which I get in the coaching, with enough space to be creative, and personal human exchange, and also physical in terms of water, being in the ocean, or even teaching with different stuff. So what you were mentioning now is basically, it's a really beautiful example, because you were telling me before.
I was in the Air Force.
Air Force.
Royal Norwegian
Yeah.
Air Force. Yeah.
So also that was probably with a lot of masculine and stressful environment, or how was that for
So
you?
yeah, when I enrolled into the Air Force, just coming out of high school, I was just turning 18, 19.
Mm.
And I was one of those that's got really like I can remember 9/11 pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
For many reasons, because the whole of NATO went into battle mode.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I almost went to Afghanistan even.
Mm-hmm.
Got the whole shebang of what's it like being in the military.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So from there, you already made a big shift into music, which you were explaining me before a little bit.
Yes, that
right?
that had a lot to do with I wanted to move from my hometown, which had I was working in the Air Force just next to where I grew up. I wanted to go somewhere else. I wanted to grow up a bit more. I wanted to be more independent. I wanted to do this and that, but I wanted to get into arts. I didn't get into arts college, basically because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah. But it led to me, for some reason, meeting the right people and networking. And a lot of them, the people that are working in the arts are very fluid people when it comes to like work hours, how much time and effort you put into it. It becomes a lifestyle. So you find a passion for it, but it also never ends in a way as well. You just never really get time off from work. That's what I kind of found out doing freediving, was that I forced myself to get time off from that kind of work.
Yeah. I think that's actually what happens, what I like people to understand also who are listening, that once you found your real passion where you can like really relax, find joy in it, not just to achieve anything specifically, maybe okay when you're competing, but also that I think there are two different factors about it, because you have the freediving competing part, but then also just enjoying being in the water, switching the brain off, just enjoying being there. And once you're having that, you're not willing to work all day long anymore because you want to have time for that. But at the same time, having a profession that doesn't feel like working, let's say, that is so joyful as well, that you can combine both of these factors. I think that is the main goal that I'm trying to achieve with my clients, basically. Where you can say, okay, I love my work, I love everything what I'm doing, and my free time, I enjoy every minute of it because of freediving, or for others it's dancing or whatever. Can be a simple walk in the nature, but it has to be something that is so valuable, like has such a high value for that person, that you're not willing to cut off minutes that are not feeling really meaningful. So I think that's the cool thing about it. Once you figure that out and found that sweet spot of having this balance of both. That's why I was asking if you're still in the music scene, because it's cool to probably also take quite a break, discovering something totally new, and then now you brought them both together somehow, but balancing them out in a totally different way. And then for everyone it's different. Some people enjoy more to be self-employed, others like it to have a contract and being employed. So everyone's really different with that, because in the end it doesn't really matter. It matters what suits your needs and your own values. So yeah, it's really interesting to hear about that music is a passion from you, freediving as well. Now you merge them together somehow.
But I still can keep them totally separate when I choose to as well.
That's good. But it's like it's in your daily life you find time for freediving, right? So before, there was probably, your brain wouldn't even have thought about that there's an option in this stressful day to go freediving, right? So I think it's really inspiring.
Setting aside time that you need to actually rewind and find yourself willing to come back to work. Not burning out too much. Or burning out totally, in that sense. But just your life is a certain amount of time you get, and you should be spending that time enjoying it.
Exactly.
So I love competing. I love the aspects of training more, but I also love the teaching new people to freedive, why freediving is beneficial for you outside of work as a hobby. getting a lot of like it's recreational freediving. So mostly it's be people going out just snorkeling and maybe doing some shallow dives, nothing deep. And maybe it's students who want to actually experiment with the lifestyle of athletic sports and then or get back into athletic sports.
Yeah.
But through a method of not high level adrenaline rush stuff. There's a dopamine aspect to freediving.
It is,
a
yeah.
lot of dopamine, but it's a very kind form of dopamine. So you feel more connected with nature, and there's such a great sensation of being at depth.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can handle it and master it.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I would also say that all kind of sports, I went from swimming to surfing and then scuba diving to free diving. And I've been always a water person since I'm 5. But what I felt is that every phase of these over years, since 5 years now, I'm 33, I went through these different stages. I started surfing with 21, in free diving 1.5 years ago or something. And I feel that every phase was like really transformative because surfing, you're learning to ride the waves.
Yeah.
Like the waves of life, you can say, because the ocean, it just smashes you right in your face. And it helped me a lot to get rid of thoughts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it cleared out my head fully, and it helped me a lot, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Even though I don't want to surf big waves, I love small, soft waves. But I'm living in Portugal in the
Yeah, I
Atlantic,
was just
so
about to say,
it
like
is
you live
tough.
in the place for the biggest waves in
Yes,
the world.
that, but also you have spots for everything
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
But also the water's pretty cold, so it is intense somehow, and the currents are really strong. So
Yeah.
if you can surf in Portugal, you can surf probably at a lot of different places in the world. But at a certain point, when I got introduced to scuba diving, when I moved to Portugal, basically 4 years ago or something, and I didn't really wanted to do any diving, but they asked me to do it, to do courses with them to become a dive master. So I started with an open water course, and I did social media in advance in exchange for them.
Yeah.
And then I became totally addicted. Like I went basically from one dive, and 8 months we went every day 4 times in the water.
Yeah.
And at the same time I was building up my business as the coach. And it felt really natural, because when you're coming out of the water, and a lot of people that are listening, they love the ocean as well, can maybe relate, is like my head was so empty and I felt so chill and relaxed. And then it became just even easier to connect with my intuition and build up my business.
Exactly.
And it was amazing, and I was attracting totally different type of people.
Yeah.
My business was flowing. It was also in the Corona time, so a
Yeah.
lot of people wanted to change their profession,
Exactly.
figure out what's their purpose. And then also through the pressure down there, every time I came up in the very first weeks, I remember I was crying sometimes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it felt so good. It felt like flushing the toilet or something.
Yeah.
Like releasing everything. And my instructor, he was like, yeah, that's totally normal. Everyone does that here. And I was like, what? And it felt really, really good, because like, yeah, it was releasing all the stress from like I was 8.5 years working in industry, and it was fun. I had a lot of amazing experiences.
Exactly.
But there was always a lot of pressure as well.
Yeah.
And in between, I was working for 2 years as a yoga instructor. That gave me a lot of all this gratitude. People were coming towards me, like, oh, thank you. Your voice sounds so good to me. It's so calming, and oh, it helped me so much. And it was so beautiful getting all this love back also. And then with the scuba, and now it's like with the free diving, I was just curious what our body is capable of, and finding not just limits, but in terms of we are capable of so much more than we believe we are. And that's, I think, the beauty in it as well, because throughout the time, I realized that everything I do in sports, I can totally find a connection to my work as well. And bringing elements of this even in my coaching. And that is really cool, I think, because it's all connected because I did graduate in music, biology, and languages.
Oh yeah.
And then I went straight into business economics with a focus of automotive marketing management and intercultural management, which was a also really creative somehow, but in a totally different way.
Yeah.
And I was swimming since I'm 5 and also teaching kids how to swim. So that part had no time in my life anymore.
Yeah.
Also the choir, I played the flute, had no time. And now it's all also like a puzzle. It all came together. I do the business coaching. I love business. I love to talk about business and about strategies and finance. But at the same time, all this creative part and the intuition and inspiring people and traveling, plus all the sports and stuff. I think it's beautiful to just connect all of it somehow and still have it separately, as you said, with the music and the freediving. I do that with the business coaching, but then also somehow I have to say it's always merging in.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to totally separate that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Because it's me now. It's me as a person. So I love the ocean.
Yeah.
So I need that. If I don't get the ocean nearby for a longer time, I miss that a lot and I have difficulties with it, I have to say.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You need
Cool.
that dose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say, like, what's your recommendation for someone that is still on a phase maybe that didn't figure out yet how to manage the sweet spot of having the passion connected with the profession, or who is maybe struggling in the moment, has a really stressful life or something? What would you give as a recommendation out there?
I would say that your body needs to chill out more than you think. It has a lot to do with, for instance, you can get hooked on making money. But if you don't have time to spend that money, what's the point?
Yep.
Are you just going to go invest it in stuff to make more money? Or are you going to go and invest it in yourself directly? Like, I need maybe to take a month off sometimes just to go freediving or something. Like, just go somewhere and switch off the phone in a way. Not have people emailing me all the time and have to answer emails. Physical labor is also demanding on the body, and a lot of people who are in that kind of business, it wears you out in the long run. I've seen how it has affected my father, and I just don't want to end up that same way. So I would say, like, you only get one chance at life, and you should take care of yourself as much as possible, because in the long run, the one thing that makes you more happy is the simpler choices in life of, hey, why don't we just go have some fun?
Yeah.
For a time.
Yeah.
For my part, I would love to. I have this plan of taking some time off my normal job, maybe to go work at a freediving school, which I know can be a bit stressful and demanding work, but it would be nice to just have that change. But it would be in another country, so it wouldn't be in Norway. It would be maybe going to Bali again.
So when are you going to do that?
As soon as possible. Yeah, it's gonna be within a couple of years, I think. Just getting 3 months off or something like that, just to take a break. You need to take a break sometimes.
Yeah. And I think even not sometimes, I think daily, because actually there's some scientists found out that if you go out in the nature every day, at least half an hour, if it's an hour, it's perfect. But even if it's half an hour, it can be a walk in the forest, or it can be walking along the river, or whatever kind of nature you're having around you. And you don't even have to do anything. You can just sit there, do nothing, or walk, or write something down, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Everyone is different. Some people have difficulty to just sit and do nothing.
I fell in love with also doing like got into a bit of trail running
Mm-hmm.
during COVID. So yeah, you're stuck indoors all the time.
Yeah.
You may get to go out a little bit, and then
Yeah.
I went into the mountains all the time. I
Yeah.
live right by the mountains. I
Yeah.
was up there for hours and hours,
That's
and I
beautiful.
never did
Yeah.
that before. I never had the time to do that.
Yeah.
But now I know I need that dose sometimes. not
It
just-
is.
Yeah.
It is really important because your brain basically totally like organizes itself again,
Mm.
and it's like a release button.
Yeah,
It's like a
Exactly.
like recharge.
Yeah.
So you're charging. You would never, like, when your phone runs out of battery,
Mm.
it takes longer to fully charge it again.
Yeah.
So, and our body is the same. So if we recharge it every day by having regular meals, by being more aware about our body in general, listening to our gut feeling, our intuition, and also taking time for nature, taking time for friends, family,
Mm.
I think that's the main thing to be healthy and have a
Yeah.
good life.
Yeah.
And then you would recognize anyways if something is off because you talk about it. Your friends will probably tell you, hey, what are you doing? What is going on here? Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm.
Nice. Thank you so much.
welcome.
Is there any social media or something where people could find you if they're interested in finding out more about you?
Bergen freediving.
Mm-hmm.
That is my like business freediving
Mhm.
thing, but
Cool.
also a little bit of when I get the time
Mhm.
to deal with it. It's going to be like a platform for getting to know me or people I train with or coach or such and such. But yeah, Bergen freediving is the easiest way to get hold of me.
Cool. So I'm gonna link that in the show notes so that people can find it later on. And then, yeah, for everybody that listens, I'm happy if you guys are following, if you give us 5 stars from for the show.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you so much. It was really nice to talk with you and get more insights.
I wanted to give a shout out to my gang, my training gang in Bergen, Bergen Apnea. Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.